Hey, in this mock draft, we're going to be doing one for the Detroit Lions. They have two picks in the first round, picks 16 and 18, and they have a few needs in free agency. They filled out their secondary well. They've done amazing in free agency. My top needs for them would be the front seven, the linebacking core, the interior defensive line, and maybe you can add some more weapons and maybe an upgrade at one of the guard spots. But starting off with pick six, let's see who we have available. We have Tyree Wilson falls to six. I think he could be a top four, top three pick, honestly. So him falling to six might have to be a Detroit Lion here. We have we don't need corner. That's the thing. We just signed some good corners. So we're at a crossroads at this point. We could just get a bunch of depth at corner. There, there's some good receivers. We don't really need tackle either. The Lions have a pretty good offensive line. I like Kancey, but at six, I think Tyree Wilson, the upside of Wilson, put him next to Hutchinson. That makes a pretty, solid front seven. You have James Houston as well in the edge group. I mean, having a very good pass rush is ideal, and you pick the best player available if you're the Lions. I feel like the Lions could go pretty far next year, which I never thought I'd say that in my life. But I'm picking Mr. Tyree Wilson at six. So the edge group's looking pretty good. At pick 18, Kancey is still available. We could just go back to back D line. Oh, I like Lucas Van Ness. We do need we need another weapon, a good tight end, a good receiving threat. Since we did just go D line, I feel like it'd make more sense to work on some weapons here. Um, I think that Kincaid is a pretty viable option. There's Michael Mayer, but they're wanting some more receiving threats. Dalton Kincaid or Cansey, or even Lucas Van Ness. I forgot how big he is. Let's check. 6'5", 272. He's a big man. So out of these top three guys, the Lions will be picking one. Um, I'll bring Kincaid in. Bring a weapon. Actually, ooh, I don't know. This is hard. I might just no. Actually, I'm going all in on defensive line. The O line was pretty dang good for the Lions. Not the O line. The offense is pretty dang good for the Lions, and we need to increase the defense. And that the interior defensive line stinks for them. So bringing in Kancey, an athletic monster out of Pittsburgh, can really help shore up that defensive line. At pick 48, there's a few guys here available. I'm looking at my list of the top needs. We could use another guard, so don't forget about Steve. Linebackers. Let's see which linebackers are available. Outside, man, I don't like the linebacker class at all. I yeah. How about receivers available? There's Dell, Michael Wilson, A.T. Perry, Rasheed Rice. Um, contemplating hardcore. Where's tight end? Darnell. Ooh, yeah. I was wanting to get tight end at Big 18 or whatever that last one was. I think we bring in Darnell Washington. His combine numbers were insane. He's an absurd athlete, and having an upside at tight end with an athlete like that can really help open up things, especially in the red zone. So we're gonna bring in a Darnell Washington out of Georgia at pick 48. Now, pick 55, we could go some good offensive line depth. You can never go wrong here. Someone, man, this is also tough. Um, D line linebacker. We could. Oh, sorry, I'm contemplating hard here. Man, this I'm just not a fan of this draft class all that much. I do like Luke, you know, Whippler. He could play guard. He could also just be depth at center, even though you don't really need a center. But yeah, I think he could move to guard and add some competition there. That's really the only other spot that has any need on the offensive line. So I think if you go into your offensive line here, you couldn't really go wrong. Just add more competition along that. At pick 81, Jared Goff is not too old yet. I don't think you need to get a second one because he's playing a very good football, like for sure, very good football. I think he had like an A season, maybe even A plus. The stuff he was doing, he's very important to that team. We could look at the receivers available again. I'm a big Parker Washington guy. The yards after the catch is really nice. Um, that's who I'm probably gonna lean towards. Let's see the defensive line here. Um, Edge. Carl Brooks can play on the inside, and that's who I'm kind of thinking of as well. But I don't want to take too long on a pick, so I do think we're going to be picking Parker Washington. We're adding another weapon. He's a yak guy. He runs like a running back. He's pretty awesome. I recommend you watch some of his highlights. Pick 152. There's a few things that we could do here. And I don't think we have any more big needs besides linebacker, but the linebackers in this class stink unless one fell. Yeah, one did not fall. Maybe go. Oh man, I don't know. The safeties are good. We don't need to worry about safety. We're looking good on the edge department. Could we just bring in another tight end? Don't know if you would really need to do that. We signed a running back. I don't think that running back's too important. We could, we already got interior O-line. I just saw a name I like. He's a receiver. He's from Princeton. Andre Iosivas. Yeah, I think I got that correct. He's a very nice guy. I wish it said more stuff about him on here for you. 6'3", though he's big. I, I forgot how tall he was. I don't know if he was 6'3" or 6'4". He's a big target, just